Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about something that everyone steps away from, okay? They never want to discuss it or whatever. Okay, on the coming of our Lord, it says that Christ appears over uh, Mount Moriah, over the Temple Mount, and as lightning is flashing from the east to the west, he gathers first the dead in Christ and then those of us that are alive that are in Christ. Now, this is pretty dang fast, okay? This is lightning, okay, streaking across the entire world, so it will go across the entire world. Anyway, this sounds like an interdimensional hole that opens up, and okay, God does not live in this dimension, okay? He lives in a different dimension than we do, and He is far above us, and I understand that. Now our bodies are going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye, and they'll go from corruptible to incorruptible, and then we'll live as incorruptible beings. We will never be old, sick, dying, sad, anything like that, okay? We're going to be happy for the rest of our all eternity. Anyway, there is so many scriptures in the Bible that seems to point to all these beings that are coming through as interdimensional. Now, the Antichrist, okay, I do believe this is part of the Nephilim that is returning. Now, it says that the Antichrist will be given power while he is in the presence of this beast. And the beast will bring fire down from the heavens and things like that. Okay? Now, we're talking about a great magic tricks, okay? And I don't believe that it is a magic trick at all. I think he's just trying to prove to people that he is all powerful, okay? The Antichrist, he's Christ-like, and he's trying to prove that he is the Messiah, okay? He is not the Messiah. But anyway, the Nephilim are said by the Vatican to be returning. They said Christ was a failed experiment and that he would not be returning. And this is bothered me quite a bit. Christ is returning, by the way, but their false Antichrist is, or their beast, I do believe is the Nephilim that they do say is returning. Now, the Vatican has an array of satellite dishes and this enormous telescope that they call Lucifer out on Mount Graham, Arizona, and the Apaches there says that it's a sacred mountain, that there is a portal over top of this mountain where the spirits come through and help them, or spirits of dead leave and go to be with them, okay? The Vatican said that they wouldn't take oral tradition, and that there was no monuments built there, so they were not going to accept it as a sacred site, and they put the array of dishes and the buildings and stuff up out there. Anyway, this telescope they call Lucifer, they're looking for planet Nibiru. I mean, even they believe that the planets are going to be knocked out of alignment, which is what causes the Earth to heat up and it to burn, scorch men's skin, and what causes all the earthquakes and stuff like this. We're going to have like these meteor showers that is going to cause so much devastation. Anyway, the thing is, they understand that portal is there over this mountain, and that seemed to have been important to them. They're watching for the Nephilim. They said the Nephilim would be returning, and they're watching for the Nephilim. And the Nephilim are known as the fallen ones. Okay, these fallen ones are the descendants of or of the fallen angels. The Nephilim are reported to be coming back. Anyway, the Pope says that they are waiting to greet them and even baptize them. Okay, but this is what is going to spearhead the end of times and all the bad things that are coming down the road. Okay, these Nephilim are the wicked ones. They are the descendants of the fallen angels. Anyway, the beast, which I believe may be one of these Nephilim, a descendant of the fallen angels, I believe that is who the beast is. Now, the Muslims are waiting for their Mahdi to return, and it says that he will be riding on a white horse. So every leader in the Middle East has a white horse, hoping that they'll be called to be the person that shows up. But I do believe that it is someone coming from these Nephilim. Anyway, the Nephilim, I believe, is the beast, and the Antichrist. When the Nephilim, when they're in the presence of this beast, he can work magic, or it appeared to be. Anyway, he can bring fire down from heaven and stuff like this. The thing is, that is not our Messiah. Our Messiah is returning, but their false Messiah is coming first. When our Messiah shows up, I believe there is a portal over Mount Moriah, the Temple Mount, okay? And I believe this is why this site is sacred to everyone. When Jacob was laying on the mountain sleeping, and he was using a rock for a pillow, he was dreaming, and he saw a stairway coming down from heaven, and he saw angels going up and angels coming down, and they were carrying the prayers of the saints, and they were bringing down the blessings from God to mankind. And I believe that portal is where God is coming through Christ when he appears. Now it says that he appears on a cloud, and as the lightning flashes from the east to the west, that he will gather the saints from all over the world. But first he's going to take the dead in Christ, and then he's taking the living. And it says our bodies are going to be changed within a twinkling of an eye. And it says that we'll be raised up from corruptible, which means a fleshy body that can get old, sick, and die, and will be changed to incorruptible, which will be a body that does not get sick, does not age, and does not die. This seems to be a different dimensional body, okay? Now, the earth seems to be going through a lot of stuff at this time as well. I think the earth is like destroyed, it's set on fire, it burns. But when it says the old earth and the old heavens have passed away, and that there would be new heavens and a new earth. And it seems like that this dimensional shift, the earth has gone through it as well, because the earth is restored, and we live on the earth for forever. And now the earth is no longer seems to be afflicted with the curses of aging and dying and this kind of thing either. Anyway, when all these things happen, I suspect that they will say that it was alien abduction or something. I mean, they've had all these alien abduction things out there, and they leak out just enough so that when they tell the story, that it will seem plausible, okay, that we were abducted by aliens or something. And actually, if you want to be technical about it, since God does not live on the earth, since Christ does not live even in this dimension, he is an extraterrestrial, but he is our creator, he is our father, and we're going back to him. We're here to learn, we're here to spread the gospel and help get as many of his people as we can back to him. Now, if we had not sinned and we hadn't had our fall from grace, then we wouldn't have to go through this, but we need to learn how to serve God and let it be our own will. We choose to obey God. It has to be what we would do, even if God didn't say we needed to do it, okay? It has to become part of our personality. It has to become part of our identity. Now, I believe that when we change our thoughts and our our knowledge and things like that, that it changes the frequencies and vibrations that we put out, okay? And this is how we are gathered back to God. I mean, it's not something you can fake, okay? This is like we attract the same kind of people into our lives that we are, okay? If we are good people, we believe in God, then we're going to attract good people that believes in God into our lives. I think there's an expression that says birds of a feather flock together. Well, that's true. Have you ever wondered how these people find each other? How you just happen upon the kind of person or the kind of people that you are? Well, I think it is like a spirit recognition, or it's like magnets attract each other, okay? If you're the same kind of magnet, you will attract this, or if you're a different, you're a negative magnet, you're going to attract this. Anyway, we attract in our lives what we are. There's a lot of people that are not the same, but you know what? I have met so many people online. They seem to be very far and few and very spread out, and I'm so blessed to have a few good friends in my life. But I'm not like a lot of people, and a lot of people are not like me, which I don't expect people to be just like me. But you know what? I think that this energy that we put off is how that God identifies us. And it says that if you change your mind about things, change your beliefs, you can change your entire world. Now that is a fact, okay? If you see things one way, everything is going to be that way. If you see things a different way, everything's going to be that way. Now, some people see everything as very negative, very violent, very whoever they are inside. That's the kind of people they draw to themselves. I don't know how drug addicts all find themselves. I don't know how Christians all find each other. I don't know how these things work exactly, okay? But we are drawing each other to us. We attract that which we are. And I believe that we put out these very good vibrations. When we choose who we are, okay? Now, we can sit here and say that we feel bad for these people and this kind of thing. God, Yeshua, Jesus, he says that we will always have the poor with us, okay? But that's because they are poor in spirit, okay? These are people that don't expect anything in life. These are people that have been so beaten down that they don't even ask anymore because they know it's not going to be given. These are people that have been abused. These are people, and we need to help these people. We need to build them up, and we need to help them, okay? We need to help them along the path. Then there is other people, okay? The ruling elite seems to have a very wicked, evil spirit. They are willing to do anything for power. Now, we have been so blessed because God has raised up President Trump, and he's in our White House now. And that's a good thing, okay? He's never been bought and paid for. He is a good man. And these people, okay, that have been in the White House all this time, and the people that have been in our Congress and in our Senate, a lot of these people, okay, they seem to be on a very evil path, and they keep attracting all this evil, other evil people into their world. They don't. They have done some of the things that no Christian would ever do. No Christian would ever do. Now you can take care of people until it absolutely cripples them. Okay, we don't want to cripple anybody. We want to help people find their way. We want to help people do better for themselves. Um, Now, a lot of our welfare programs and stuff, in the past, I know they were designed to cripple people so that they never had to go to work, so that they never had to do anything. But you know, if you don't do things in this world, you don't grow, you don't understand, and you have got to come to a point in your thinking where you know that God is with you, bless you. He will do mighty works for you, okay? When you have seen the blessing of God to the point where you know that He will be there for you, that He will take care of you, then He does, okay? But you can't sit back and say, yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, I believe He's going to do good things for us. But you don't really believe He's actually going to show up, okay? Well, I believe He's going to show up. He's going to help us. Now, I have been at the end of my rope so many times, and I'm thinking, God, I don't know how you're going to do this, but I can't do anymore. You're going to have to do it. I can't do it. And He shows up every time. Now, this is not God crippling us, okay? Because we're walking our path, we're learning, we're getting along. But when we come to a situation where there's no way we can turn, okay, we call on God, and it says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for your mercy and goodness is with me all the days of my life. Now that you have to accept and expect. Expect His mercy and His goodness to be with you every day, and it will be. It's what we believe that forms our reality. Now, we can see that there is wicked people in the world, and we don't want to associate with them. We can see that there is not a good way to solve a problem. So we give that to God. And we don't go back and fix it, okay? We just tell Him, hey, when I'm down to nothing, I know you're up to something, and you're going to open a door for me. And He will. He does open that door. Now, I believe, I trust Him. I truly, truly believe that God is there for us. And I believe that we don't have to be down to nothing for Him to show up. There are times when I think, wow, I sure would like this to eat or something like that. And there'd be nothing of it in the house. And somebody would call and say, hey, let's go out to dinner. And off we go. And I get exactly what I wanted. It's not like that every time. I mean, there are times when I really want something that He does not show up. But I am not left destitute and with nothing. Okay? He always shows up. He is there. I trust Him. I know He's there. He is going to help us through everything. Now, that's how I know that when the end time comes and all these things are happening, that we cannot lose faith, that we have got to stay in faith with our Messiah, okay? Because He is coming to get us. And we can't say, oh my goodness, we're going to die. Even if we do die, guess what? The dead in Christ are the first to go with when He shows up. So we can accept the things that are coming down the road, and we can know that God is coming for us, and no matter what happens, it's going to be okay. Now, sometimes we think, well, I don't want to leave my loved ones behind, because what if they need me? Okay? Now, you can need to talk to God about this right now before the bad things happen, because it may be too late after everything bad starts happening. materials may not be available to make all these things happen. So you need to ask God to bring all this stuff to fruition now, so that you all are ready at the last minute, and you can be together so that you can help each other get through these last days. Now, our Heavenly Father loves us very much, and if we love Him very much, we know He's coming into our existence, and He is here with us. And I think it's Luke 17 that says He is among us, He is in us, He is within us. So we know He is here, and I'm asking all of you all to please don't be afraid to say what you think that it is all about. Now, I just sat here and told all of you that I think that all these things are going to be happening, like the ships and stuff showing up, and this is how God is gathering us. Now, that does not make me a crazy person. It does not make me a heretic or anything like this, okay? I believe in God. But the way things are described in the Bible, these people or beings are coming through portals and exiting through portals, and this seems to be known in the elite circles of like the Vatican, etc. But they don't teach that to us down here, the everyday people. But if you read the Bible, it seems to be very, very apparent that this is what's going on. Now, let's talk about Babylon, okay? They were building a building. And you and I both know that you cannot build a building so high that you can reach to God, right? Wrong. If there's a portal there and they're building this building, because it says God saw that they were going to accomplish their feat. That's why He changed their languages and made everything different, and everything just got, dissolved, because they were going to accomplish their feat, and they had not done what needed to be done. Now, the Temple of Babylon, this was a very long time ago, so it must have been being built underneath one of these portals where they would actually get back to God. So I'm asking all of you to please not expect magic, if you will. I mean, we are moving into a different dimension, and I don't think God is a magician. I think that He can do things that appears to be magic to us, but He is working within the laws of the physical realm as well as in whatever dimension He is in, and where this is incorruptible bodies and stuff that don't age, decay. All the things there are not under the curse of the decaying and rot thing, okay? It's this is a blessed place. It's a place where God is present. Anyway, I hope you take this in the spirit in which it's offered, and please, I will put my email address in the Dropbox, and please, if you have an opinion that you would like to discuss with me, please send me an email. May God bless you, and you have a blessed week.